Okay, we are just about to start our live devotional in just a few seconds. Well, I will connect with you folks on Zoom if this doesn't work. I'll call you back, or I'll try to reconnect on Zoom first. Good morning, and welcome to our daily devotional from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn. I'm glad to have you here with us for a reading of the scripture, some reflections, and a prayer on this Tuesday, June the 9th. So we're in Genesis chapter 18 this week. We're looking particularly at the verses 1 through 15, which is the story of a visit from some strangers to Abraham, and they deliver the news that they are going to have a son. And this week we're going to be working in throughout verses 1 through 15. And this morning I want us to focus on the latter half, verses 9 through 15. So verses 9 through 15, they said to him, "Where is Sarah, your wife?" And he said, "She is in the tent." The Lord said, "I will surely return to you in the spring, and Sarah, your wife, shall have a son." And Sarah was listening at the tent door behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, advanced in age. It had ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. So Sarah laughed to herself, saying, "After I've grown old and my husband is old, shall I have pleasure?" The Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Shall I indeed bear a child now that I am old?' Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the appointed time, I will return to you in the spring, and Sarah shall have a son." But Sarah denied, saying, "I did not laugh," for she was afraid. He said, "No, but you did laugh." All right. So this is is a very interesting story. We talked yesterday about how Abraham welcomed these three strangers, and not only did he give them bread and water, but he actually had had a calf slaughtered to serve, to prepare for them and to fix them. So he actually made them a great feast and was a terrific host. And we talked about the importance of that and how that is connected to many of the themes in the New Testament. And I've been talking a great deal over the last few months about the importance or our trying to put ourselves in a situation where we can see signs and wonders from God. And sometimes I've implied that it was very easy for people in ancient times to see signs and wonders, but very difficult for us. Well, this is a slight correction to my emphases. I think that there are lots of things, of course, in our day that keep us from being able to see signs and wonders. But it was not always easy for ancient people either. And in this case, we do see that Sarah has trouble believing that she's going to have a child. And I think this story is a good reminder to us, not only that that faith and believing in possibilities, it's a difficult time, can be difficult almost any time, and even for our ancestors who were at times so close to God. But it's also a good reminder for us that that all things are possible. I think that this verse in the New Testament is maybe one of the most abused verses to speak of everything being possible for God. But I think there is a sense in which we are to live this way. That is,
Well, that's nice, but
Patrick, we missed the last part of it. It stopped when we heard that is.
we're unmuted, but we're not talking to Patrick.
I think she's going to say goodbye to him.
Yeah. I wonder how that's going to go for this evening.
We can have it straightened out by evening, if time permits. Funny phrase, if time permits.
Yeah.
But if time permits. Getting older.
Only a steady flow of whatever it is that we don't really understand. We always assume that it moves uniformly. But the reason we believe that is because certain mechanical things move uniformly with what appears to be time, so we're designating them as the controllers of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But of course, we are using the moon and the sun too, which are mechanical things.
Yep.
I guess we lost it.
We don't have 5 minutes, but I believe we're done.
Yeah. Yeah, well, prayers for the family, I guess, is what they're doing now.
Good. What a heavy load. Wow. Yep. I don't know, did he unmute us or the system unmuted us after a loaded time?
Yeah.
I don't mean unloaded us,
I know.
unmuted us.
Don't want to be responsible for diagnosing any more electronics. So this is stuff I don't want. But we're stuck with it because it's all we've got now.
Me too. 9:15, but I believe it's gone.
Yeah.
We can hang up and phone him.
It is. Somebody's saying something. Oh, it's you. That's right. You come through with a delay. So we're connected to Zoom. Can you hear me on this? I might be muted the other way now because my machine is.
I hear you.
Oh, you can. Okay. Well, then so can everybody else except Patrick. If they hang on this long. But they're not saying anything.
Guadalupe never said anything
No.
when he asked. What if she was able to
Nobody's answering up. So.
tune
I mean, what we need to do is tell him that if he does that,
in? I'm
then
going to hang up.
yeah.
There's no sense.
No, we're wasting our battery time and everything, not just battery.